Good day, Buffs, and welcome to the first ever CUIv broadcast, bringing you the latest from the CU Independent. I'm Rob Denton.
And I'm Sarah Safari. This is what is happening around CU lately.
CU student government election results were announced on April 11th and featured a close race between Unite and Inspire. Unite won the tri-executive race by a mere 22 votes, while both parties secured spots in the representative at-large positions.
Recently, CU administration and CUSG announced a campus-wide smoking ban set to go into effect next August. This will limit smoking on campus by establishing designated smoking areas. CU will join the roughly 1,130 college campuses that have created such a ban, and the second university in the Pac-12 after the University of Oregon. According to Wardenberg, the health center, 60% of the student body does not smoke. For those who do smoke and wish to quit, Wardenberg has helpful tips on their website, colorado.edu/healthcenter.
While cigarettes are on their way out, the legalization of marijuana is creating some major 420 buzz. Last April, CU hired local police officers to close down the campus to non-CU students and faculty members as a way to help prevent the normal gathering of up to 10,000 people on Norland Quad. You may recall that last year, the quad was sprayed with fish fertilizer, creating a smelly situation. The field was also blocked off from all angles by police who issued fines to anyone who stepped on the grass and even arrested 3 students who protested the closure. CU Independent photojournalist Ryan Tibbetts talked to students around campus about their plans for this year and their opinion on the administration's recent crackdown on 420.
So it was announced today that the campus will be closed to non-affiliates on April 20th, as it was last year. Do you think that this is a fair and effective way to stop the 420 movement?
No. That's something that the student body put on years ago. Then they just decided to cancel it for their reputation.
I mean, not really, because I feel like kids are still going to do it.
I know that it was effective last year.
And we are a top university in the world, so I guess it's good that they don't promote marijuana. But I still celebrate 420.
It's more, I feel like it's more of a Bowman tradition large than just a CU tradition.
Amendment 64 was passed in November, legalizing marijuana for anyone over 21. How's this going to affect the movement this year?
I don't think any different than last year, because, no one's dumb enough to come out here and start blazing
when there's cops and fish fertilizer everywhere.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I thought there would be like an uprising last year, but maybe this year will be different. We'll see.
No, I feel like the kids who did want it to begin with all have med cards, so
Whoever smoked last year is going to do it again this year, and whoever didn't last year is probably not going to do it again this year, so I don't think it'll have much effect at all.
I guess the university's kind of right on this one.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with the university. Whatever.
To see more of Trees Talk and for much more on the CWA, visit our website at cuindependent.com. Spring fever has hit CU, and there's no better place to welcome it than Boulder's Farmers Market. After a long winter's break, the market started back up on April and will run through October. The market is open from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday and a great place for students to go to pick up everything from fresh veggies from local farms to Colorado-raised beef. Last week, the annual conference on world affairs came to Boulder. Formerly directed by Roger Ebert, the conference featured an assembly of panels and performances led by scholars, researchers, and entrepreneurs who spoke on various subjects. CU Independent photojournalist Gary Shear was at one panel where Sean O'Tree examined controversy of the drug war, more specifically looking into the cocoa plant.
Coca paste is the semi-processed form of cocaine that you can make on a farm using very basic chemicals. Gasoline, cement, sulfuric acid, ammonia, a few other nasty things, because you can turn this into a kilo of coca paste, less than a kilo, a couple of acres down, to this little bundle. And with that, you can throw it into a backpack. You can walk to the nearest village and sell it. You can do it on horseback or even bicycle or motorcycle if you have a dirt path. Very often there aren't. But instead, we've been demanding that these farmers grow hundreds of kilos of fruits and vegetables to transport on vehicles they don't have, over roads that quite literally don't exist, to sell in markets, both domestic and export, they can't get access to, and even if they could, to compete against an international global economy, very often agribusiness imports subsidized by our tax dollars and often forced down these countries through free trade agreements, against which these peasant farmers don't stand much of a chance. This is a ground view of what a coca bush looks like, and you can see they leave other trees standing, and they don't need to, it's not mechanized. This is a kid I ran across who is picking coca leaf. This is very early in the morning, and he was doing it to earn money for school books and school uniform. It costs money to go to school. It's not a lot of money, but it's cost prohibitive for a lot of these people. And so he picks for about 4 hours every morning before it gets really hot, and that gives him enough money to go to school. This is a coca lab where the coca paste is made, and you'll see it in shoveling water. It's a simple shack. You could build it, most of you, with pocket change. And it's the least effective means of stopping cocaine. But if you look at the State Department press releases, they always brag about how many cocaine laboratories they destroyed. This is what they're talking about. The real laboratories that the cartels have are deeply hidden in the jungle. I've never been to one. People who do go very often don't come back. It's not a place you want to stick your nose into.
One of CU's improv clubs, Left Right Tim, will be traveling to Los Angeles to perform in the Fracas Festival, the largest collegiate improv festival in the United States. The improv club performs weekly in Hale 270 on Friday nights at 8 p.m. March Madness has come to a close with the Louisville Cardinals beating out Michigan for the Division I college basketball title. CU lost in the first round of the NCAA tournament to Illinois.
The Buffs lose 3 players who are graduating, Shane Harris-Tunks, Sabatino Chen, and Jeremy Adams, but they are still ranked high in early preseason polls. CU's equestrian team competed in the Zone 8 championships last weekend, competing against 28 other teams. The competition was held in Parker, Colorado, the farthest east it had ever been held. The team finished victoriously and will be heading to nationals in Harrisburg, Georgia this May. The equestrian team placed 8th at the end of their season last year and are looking forward to competing for a national title. Thank you for watching CUIv. Get the latest from CUindependent.com and on Twitter at @_CUI. Stay tuned for more of the latest news happening on your campus. I'm Rob Denton.
And I'm Sarah Safari. Have a good week.